I can view YouTube, can't I? But just pause the video.
Yeah, you can get on and everything. And we're live right now. So hey
Hello.
there everybody. How y'all doing? Thank y'all for coming back. This is we're doing another. Oh, gotta mute myself. It was loud. Anyway, welcome back. Thank y'all for coming back as always. Doing another around 30 minutes with a good friend of mine, special guest. I got to finally meet him this year. We got Sam. He's all the way over in the UK. Thank you very much. How you doing, fella? Thank you.
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I'm doing great, man. Thank you for coming on. I'm glad you took time out of your busy schedule.
Thank you for asking. It's good to talk to you again.
Yeah, it is. It is really good. How was the TFCon experience? How we'll start off with that. How was that?
It was brilliant. It really was brilliant. I wanted to do it for the last 2 years, and usual things get in the way. You know, a lot of expense, and I put it off. Right. And then this year I thought, no, just do it. You know, you get to a point where you go, just do something. Otherwise, you're always going to go, we should have done that.
You're gonna regret it. Yeah.
And I must admit, it was wonderful. It was a bit daunting in a way. I've never been, said to a few people, I've never been to somewhere and met that many people that quick.
Yeah.
I don't know how many people, but you know, normally you go somewhere and you might meet a couple of people, but going somewhere and knowing you're going to meet, let's say, at least 30 people that you know or know of, it's a bit daunting, but then it's good in a way because you know you're going to have people to talk to. And again, I must admit, I've never again been anywhere where I've met that many friendly people. You know, it was that was quite. You sort of get taken aback a bit, whereas you know, you meet a lot of people generally, and it's all good. But that was meeting a lot of people who were extremely welcoming, friendly. It was a wonderful experience, I suppose is the best way to call it.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have enough time. I mean, you think you're going to have all this time to do stuff and you know talk to everybody and everything, but I mean, it goes by really quick. You're having such a good time, and you know,
3 days isn't a long time really when you think about it. But
that is true. Yeah, that is true.
It is something that I look back on and go, I am ever so glad I did it. You know, and it gives a different perspective afterwards because even for say a year before, you know the people because you talk to them online and you see them. You know, yourself, for example. You know, you listen to someone weekly, and so you know them in a sense. But I think once you've actually met someone, it gives it that extra. I don't know what a good word is. Gravitas to it.
You get to meet them. You know, you see, like you said, you see them on. You know, you listen to us on, on a podcast or something, or reviews or anything. But when you finally meet somebody, you get to meet them and interact with them. You know, personally. You know, instead of just.
I think it goes a long way to actually be in the same room as someone and to talk to them. So it was it was fantastic. It really was.
I'm glad you got to come over and have a good time and everything. So, first question is, so what people can tell by what you got in the back. You know, do you collect anything else? Do you have other lines you collect, or are you just a Transformer collector?
I've got a few Star Wars figures. When I was Star Wars and Transformers are the two. They're my two absolute, loves. Let's say. Yeah. I've had all the Star Wars figures when I was a kid, like we all did, and they've all gone. Oh well, I've got bits of them. There's a lot of bits in my parents' house.
Yeah,
my mum's almost put together an original Falcon from bits she's found in the attic and stuff. Nice. But so I did want to start a Black Series collection. I got 4, and then started looking at it, going, "Wow, there's a lot." And and I just thought, no. So I've held back on that a bit. I've got a couple of Lego. I've got the X-Wing and the TIE Fighter Lego sets, just because they're cool. I really want the big Falcon. You know but I can't. I can't bring myself to spend that much money, and I don't think I'll ever finish it. It's huge, you know.
yeah, that's true. You got to put some work in on it and everything.
Yeah.
So. That's awesome.
And that's it. I do want my brother is a Turtles collector.
Oh, okay. Nice.
So he's got a lot of that, and I do want the 4, just the 4 Turtles.
Yeah.
And I bought him last year the SH Fig Arts ones.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Which are really cool, and they look really good. And I did buy they are expensive, and I can't get them here. And I can get them from the States, but it'd just be a lot. It'd be about $250+ by the time you've got shipping and tax and import tax. And I just thought that's a lot for just something I'd like. So I bought a knockoff cheap one for $20 shipped off eBay.
Nice. Well, I was going to ask you about that. So you're talking about how hard it is to get stuff and everything. So how hard is it to get Transformers over there? I mean, do you have? Oh, that's my dog. How hard is it to get Transformers? Like, can you find them in stores, or do you have to order them online or anything like that?
Online mainly. I mean, anything that I collect, we've got Kapow, and there's 2 or 3 other websites. So for anything like Masterpiece, third party, majority of that it's pretty easy to get. That's all online. Nice. In stores, I mean, you might find some real basic, kid stuff, but not a lot. I always go in the toy aisles, but some of our local supermarket / toy, that sort of department stores don't really have very big toy sections anymore. Okay. So it's just online. But for what I want, I can get it all, relatively easy. Yeah.
So do you import a lot of stuff from other countries, or do you always just order from Kapow?
No, very rarely. No, I can get it from here. So I mean, I was looking at one yesterday, the Fans Toys Hoodlum. I looked at that, and I could probably get it direct from China for a little bit cheaper, but it was probably about $10 cheaper, but took about twice as long to get here.
Oh, gotcha.
And I look at that and go, I'll just pay the extra $10. It's nothing really. So we've got enough. We can get most things quite easily.
Awesome, cool. That's cool. So, as talking about collecting, do you ever see it into your collecting? Like, do you think that you'll ever have in your mindset that you'll have the perfect collection, or are you just going to quit? To be like cold turkey, be like, I'm just done with this. Do you ever see that into your future?
I don't think so. I do sometimes look at it all and go, why am I doing this? but then you look at it again and go, because it's cool, and I do love it, and one of the main reasons, one reason for getting a bigger house like I did, I've always wanted a toy room or a geek room, whatever you would like to call it.
Right, so, a man cave or something.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah. So now I've got it. Now I've got it displayed properly, and it's going to keep changing and change. It adds to it because there is a dedicated place for it, and I don't know. You keep looking at the amount of different figures that are coming out, and you think, well, I can't see stopping, and it'd be a shame to not. I've got to a point now where I never used to buy a great deal because I only used to buy a certain amount of company figures, so it was quite scarce what I bought. And I've sort of got a bit. I've changed. I've started like with the Magic Square stuff, and I've started buying a few other company figures like Make Toys and all that. So I am buying more on a bit more of a regular basis, and I think that it would be a shame to not have that because it is good looking forward to it. And you can get an email from the shop saying, "Oh, it's in stock next week," or you can get it, and it's that bit of that buzz, and it's good looking forward to it when a parcel arrives.
I think that would be a good question if I asked everybody. Like, a lot of people, I got stuff stacked up, that I got to review and everything. So is it the thrill of getting a package, or it's the thrill of getting the Transformer or something like that? Or you just, because you get that little high, when you go into a store, everything. So, is collecting taking over us so much that we are just in it for the thrill of the hunt, or are we actually in it for the thrill of the Transformer stuff or toy?
That's interesting.
I need to ask that.
That's quite a good one. I think for me, it's a bit of both. At the moment, I like getting new stuff.
Yeah, it's always fun. Yeah.
And it might not have to be a toy. It could be something, I don't know, a book relating to something. You know, I've been getting the
anything.
I've been getting the Star Wars, the film. You know, the photo books.
Yeah. Bobby's gets them sometimes, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's just anything like that. You just want, everyone likes getting something new, and I think that's, and yeah. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's quite
hard to think. Yeah, I kind of put you on the spot sometimes, but we'll move on. So I won't have to think about it. But who is your favorite character, and why is that is your favorite? Okay, for me, it don't have to be Transformers. It could be any line you like.
I think I reckon Skyfire, Jetfire, which way you want to call him, depending on what day it is. Nice. Yeah. And I don't know why. I think I can, but one of my most vivid memories of when I was young was I didn't have it. I didn't have the toy because it was a big one and it was expensive. But I can remember a friend of mine coming round who had just got it. And I can vividly remember him running up the stairs with the, flying it around, and we then going to play with it. And I don't know whether it's that. I always liked the character. The toy was obviously never like the character in the cartoon for the reasons that have been, we've seen. But I did like. I think it's a shame he wasn't in more of it because I did like it. I think the one where they find him in the ice is one of my favorite episodes.
Nice, yeah. I mean, and that that's one of the things that that's awesome that you said that you remember why he's your favorite character is because of when you was a child and you saw him and everything, all that stuff, and that's that brings you back.
If I had to pick a reason, that would probably be it. And I think that episode I like anyway. So yeah, I've always liked him. Thought it looked cool. It was a big jet, wasn't he? So yeah, it was.
Yeah, that's why I like Starscream. He's a jet.
Exactly. Yeah, quite.
So what is your favorite line to collect? It looks like you have some masterpiece and you have a third party back there. So do you have a favorite line or favorite company that you always go to?
Yeah, I mean it's no shock. I think Fans Toys is my one. I'm quite openly admitted I'm a fanboy. Okay. I will buy theirs over another company without really thinking.
Really? Even over Takara?
No. I tell a lie. No. So I will always buy them.
Yeah.
And because and it's going to be interesting actually because I've got Hot Rod.
Yeah.
And I think I might be wrong. Is this the first one they've released?
Who? Fans Toys?
Is this the first time that Fans Toys and Takara have released the same one? Or will have one of each?
I think so. Yeah. Now Fans Toys have.
There is Quakewave and there is Shockwave.
Yeah. Well, then they've also teased a Soundwave at one time, but they backed off.
Yeah.
They teased Trailbreaker. Well, Takara hasn't made those. What else was it?
I'm just looking.
I know it's Soundwave they backed off, and I know they started to back off on the Hot Rod one, but they're finally going to release that. Eventually this month.
I think that would be really quite interesting to put both together. Have both of them together. I mean, I must admit, so I bought Quakewave at TFCon, and because it was the one I didn't have, and it seemed relative. It was quite a good deal. And anyway, I really like the official one, the look, I quite like the color. But I think the actual look of it is bang on.
Yeah.
When you look at the Fans Toy, the Quakewave as a collectible, let's call it.
It's still a good one. I mean, it's a good Shockwave. The Fans Toy I have the clear ones. I'm the clear stuff. But it is a good toy and everything. But I still like, I would go to Masterpiece as far as the cartoon look and everything. But it's still a great toy.
Yeah, it does nail the. They get the cartoon look on that one definitely. Yeah. So they were the two that I only used to get up until not long ago. Right. And now mainly because the Make Toys did the Seekers.
Yes.
I sort of jumped. I wasn't going to because I had all 6 of the others. And I thought, no, I can't do it. It's a lot of money. I know what will happen. I'll see one, get it, and then I want all of them. And it did.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that they are, I think, far superior than the Takara one.
I have to give them that. Yeah. Better molds and everything.
Yeah. So I've sold the Takara ones, and I'm just going to go with them.
Okay.
And then I've just picked up a few other ones of other companies. I'm trying to see what they are. Sort of the who did Huffer?
X-Trans spots.
Yeah.
What I think they are Bagcube.
Yeah, it's Bagcube. Yeah, I think it was Bagcube. Huff.
Yeah.
And then the Cliff Jumper, and I got the
X-Trans spots. Or did you get the MMC one?
MMC one.
Okay.
I got them. Yeah, because I got the Mirage. That's a really good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've started branching out, which is causing my bank account more pain.
Yeah.
There are good ones out there, and I didn't really explore it enough. I just went, no, it's not Takara or Fans Toys. I'm not interested.
Yeah.
And that was very tunnel visioned of me, really. And now I sort of started looking around. And
there's some good
more
stuff
fun
for different companies and everything. So, a lot of people are I know you from a picture that you took before for TIACon. So, what made you get into a detail?
Well, I had some friends around help building them.
Okay.
And I know before I bought them, I had to measure the stand that they're going on to make sure they fit. And I remember measuring it, thinking, okay, I know it's taller than me, so that'll definitely fit. And there'd been so much talk about DTOS with Robert and lots of all the memes going on with all the pictures and all that.
Yeah.
And I thought, it was in the middle of the room, and I was looking at it before the shelves had gone in, and I thought, I can get that. I know I can get in that now. So I did, and I said, and the two of my friends, I said to them, you got to take a picture, and they sort of looked at me oddly, and I said, it won't matter to you, or you won't get it, but trust me, I've got to take this picture.
Yeah, it was wonderful. It was wonderful.
It was just funny. I mean,
no, it was wonderful. It got people's attention, especially ROC, and I'm sure Robert D loved it. He probably thought that was the best thing ever and everything. So yeah, that's cool.
I did have some people actually come up to me at TFCon and say, "You're the guy in the detail."
Oh, nice. See, that's what it's all about right there.
Yeah. Who did? Hanny. Agabus, Hanny.
Yeah.
I got introduced to him, and he said, "Oh, you were in the detail, weren't you?"
Yeah, he's a big ROC supporter. So,
yeah.
So, and speaking of ROC, how did you find the ROC? How did you get in? How did you get introduced to the ROC and everything? And how did you get introduced to Shattercast? Where you first and everything?
I think I was when I was starting to collect some of them. I had no clue about any of this. I got back into it by mistakenly buying a knockoff G1 Prime from China.
Okay.
Because I just didn't know much about it, and I bought it, and then that's what started me investigating. And I think I found a review from Bobby.
Okay.
And I think he mentioned something about this ROC, the realm, or something like that on Facebook. Yeah. I remember sort of rewinding it to hear what he said. I thought, I'll check that out. That might be interesting. It might be I think when I first heard it, I thought it might be like a forum.
Oh yeah.
And I thought, that might be quite good. I can find out some stuff.
Yeah.
And I think that's how I found it really. And then just joined it, and then you start viewing, and then I think I found out about some of the shows, and then that branched out to Shattercast and that. And it's great. I mean,
just word of mouth. Just word of mouth, and that's that's cool. That's how I like stuff get around. It's just people talking about it and everything.
And I have my sort of routines now, where not routines, but at work I listen to. Tuesdays is the ETR show. Wednesdays is the Breaking the Mold. I think Thursdays is Nerd Rage Radio, and then Friday is you guys, because yours goes up quite early on a Friday morning, so I can watch it or listen to them Friday morning. So because I like listening to things while I'm working, so it's sort of
when I was working at HP, I did that. I would listen to a bunch of podcasts and everything.
Yeah, it's just because it's an interesting you know that what you're going to listen to is what you're interested in. It's a subject that you like, so it's just quite good to listen to. So,
yeah, that's true. All right, cool. So, so if you could have one last meal Not gonna.
Ooh.
I don't wish anything bad for you or anything. But if you get one last meal, what would that be?
Um, an English Sunday roast.
Okay, so
An
is
English,
that like pot roast or something?
yeah,
Or?
it's an
Okay.
English Sunday dinner. It's basically a Christmas dinner with chicken instead of
Oh,
turkey.
okay. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so chicken,
Nice.
roast potatoes, vegetable. That I think I think
Nice.
I think I'd have to say that.
Nice. No, that's that's a perfect. That's a
Yeah,
good choice. Good choice. We'll have to get a lot of pizza choices and everything from people, but
yeah.
that's a good job. So what kind of movies do you like? What type of movies do you like? Are you kind of like sci-fi or just romantic
Um,
comedies? What do you like, man?
I like most things. I think how back to the favourites are Star Wars. You
Hmm.
know, the original is probably one I've watched hundreds of times over the years. But I quite like most things. There's not many genres I won't watch. I mean, our local cinema do a monthly subscription card, and
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
probably $20 if you convert it, and you can go as many times as you want.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
So me and two friends have got them, and we'll go once a week and just watch. You watch the big, always watch the blockbusters, and then just if there's something worth watching. There's no genres I wouldn't watch. I never used to be a very big horror fan, but I've sort of grown into that a bit now. I sort of quite like a good jumpy film. It's quite fun.
Nice.
But the usual. All the comic book films are great. Well, not all of them, but some. That genre is good fun. A good action film, a good comedy. Yeah, most really.
Yeah, that's cool. That's awesome. Have you ever thought about doing a podcast? Have you ever thought about trying to get, some friends over there in the UK, or if you know anybody, or just, have you ever thought about doing that?
I had a couple every so often. I don't know if I'd have that much to say. Maybe.
You'll find it. You'll find it.
Yeah. I think it'd be fun. I think the problem I'd have is committing to the same day every week, or because I've got a few other out of work activity. I'm the secretary to our local soccer club, and that takes up a lot of my time. When Wednesday night's normally taken up, I do a Spanish class on a Wednesday night. So I have quite a lot of things, and I've always, if I thought about doing it, it'd be difficult because I don't know if I could commit every week.
It is hard. It is a hard thing,
because it's not just, you've got to commit to, if there's 4 people on it, you're committed to them 4 to do it, aren't you? But it would be fun. I mean, I've done a few of them when Duster's done like the international ones.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It would be, I've been asked to come on a couple every so often, but it's just too late.
There's a big difference, the hour difference thing. And it's, that's why we were, with the Sharecast, we do Monday through Thursday, usually recording. So, it's hard to just set like, the ETR is Monday night, Breaking the Mold is Tuesday night. So it's hard for, 4 or 5 different people to, do a set amount of time to a set amount of time.
Do you change the days then, just depending on people's schedules?
Yes. Yeah. That's what we do. We usually we recorded, this week we recorded Wednesday. Last week we recorded, I think, on Tuesday or something like that. So it just matters where, whenever, sometimes you can't make it, you don't make it.
No. So what do you prefer then? Because I mean, if you record that and you record your reviews, but you do these live, do you prefer doing it live or recording?
Oh, that's a good question. I mean, I love going live. I've always pushed for Sharecast to go live, but I understand the reasons why we don't and everything. But I love doing live. I love doing this.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite things. I love doing reviews, but I love doing this because I love talking to people in the community and getting different answers and responses from other people. So I love doing this live.
Yeah.
Just to get people to interact, and people in the the chat and all that stuff and everything to interact all that stuff. So I like doing this, but Shattercast I like recording. It's fine. I would still like to do it live, but we've been doing this for 5 years, I think, almost.
It's a long time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you cut much down, or is Do you just record and start and then post it, or do you cut much out of it?
We record, and then Justin or Bobby or me will I'll do it for YouTube. We'll edit it, and everything. Not a lot. We don't cut out a lot of stuff. I mean, we usually just he'll add pictures and stuff and everything, and then post it to YouTube, Podbean, whatever we can do and everything.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's what we do.
Cool. No, I enjoy. I mean, I think I enjoy them. They're all great. Yeah.
Thank you. We appreciate it. We really appreciate it. And CJ Griff, hi. How you doing, guy? Thank you for coming in. It's during the middle of the day, so
quite. Yeah.
So
what is it? 1 in the afternoon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's at work.
So, how many Transformers do you think you have? Do you have a ballpark count of that?
Cool. 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 20, 40, 50 maybe.
Okay.
About 50-ish. A few more, 55, something like that. Yeah.
Nice.
I'm starting to run out of space already. I don't know what I'm going to do if I do jump into combiner territory. I don't know where I put them at the moment, but I'll worry about that.
Oh, is there any room? Is there any room on top of the DTOS?
No. I could get 2 either side. I mean, I probably could put a 3rd one in.
Yeah, but I think might could squeeze one in there on the left.
I think it would fit. It would fit. There is enough
you
width.
can move over. Yeah, you can move over some stuff. Yeah, you definitely get a 3rd one.
So I would probably do that at some point, and then maybe just some shelves. Because I like to keep it in here. I've got the Magic Square ones downstairs on the shelf just because they're a bit more fun. You can just sit and watch telly and play with them and throw them around and that. But no, yeah. So it's about that. I mean, I could fit. I've got room for quite a few more.
You should get a DTOF and put Omega and a Constructor in there. Just putting that out there.
I want Omega. I really do. I haven't, but I can't get it at the moment. So I need to try and get that from somewhere. It's just the problem with that is shipping it. It's a
huge box. Yeah,
I did ask Hanny about it, and the shipping was crazy just because of how big it is.
Yeah.
And then I'd get import tax charged on that as well. So
it's not worth it.
I've got to wait until I find someone here that's selling one. Really. Should have got it when it was available. My own fault, but.
So what are you looking forward to? Like the Transformer wise, what are you planning on getting? In a month or two, or before Chinese New Year, or after during the year? What do you plan on getting? Or you hope to get?
Well, I'll have Fans Toys Hot Rod when that's by the end of the month. That will be here, and then the ones that really are the Make Toys Seekers.
Okay, nice.
The 3 of them. I really want them. And then I've just got to make a decision on do I jump in to Zeta? Or, as we spoke the other day, do I wait? And I thought it interesting what on the show last week, I think Bobby and Robert were saying, they sort of think that they might push them all out this year.
The Fans Toys, I think Bobby was saying that.
I don't know.
No, that's hard. That's that's 5 bots. For I think they've shown us. The Stunticons and the aerial bots.
Yeah, it's 10. It's a lot, isn't it?
10. I don't know. That'd be pushing it, and they haven't shown anything else since. I mean, they haven't shown any renders or any other stuff or of them and everything. I don't know. I think we'll get a couple. I can think we can get a couple, but I don't know if we're going to get one complete.
I'd like to see it would be nice to think if we could get one set. It'd be a shame if they release one of one and one of another set. I think they've got to go from one set to the, and finish it.
Yeah.
But they've got their Blur looks quite close, doesn't it? But
I don't know if I've already got the other Blur, and I don't think I'm.
Yeah, it does look right.
Blur's not really a character I need to upgrade and everything, and that could be with Hot Rod too. I mean, I don't know. I may check it out. It's like $80, I think, or maybe more than that.
It's about that. I think I worked it out. It was 80. Yeah.
So I don't know if I want to, if I want to trade in, because I'm fine with the Hot Rod from Takara. I know a lot of people hate it, but it's fine.
I think it's good. It does. It works. It looks good. I'm only buying it because it's Fans Toys, and that's just me being
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
fine. Yeah, I understand that. I'm waiting for X-Transbot stuff to come. I'm waiting for the Stunticons,
yeah,
Z Spray. I'm waiting for Zeta to finish their aerial bots, which I'm so excited. Them three are really
that just looks. I mean, in that case in Chicago, that just looked
amazing.
mind-bogglingly wonderful.
A lot of stuff.
And I'm looking at it going, it looks that good, just get it. But then I'm thinking, no, because I know what'll happen. The other idiots will release their one, and then I'll wish that I hadn't done it.
Yeah.
But that's so I've got to decide on that really.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure what else is really coming.
A lot of stuff. Make Toys got their headmasters coming, and
they look.
I don't know. And then Zeta, I mean not Zeta, I'm sorry, Magic Square, Iron Factory, and New Age got all their legends coming. Oh, it's gonna be awesome.
I think the Magic Square Legends I'll keep going because they are just
good.
They're brilliant. They are
masterpieces. They're little masterpieces.
I never thought I would, because I used to see loads of these, the Legend style figures, and think, no, I'm not getting. Why do I need them? I've got the Masterpiece. Why would I want them?
Yeah.
And I just saw the Ultra Magnus and thought, I'll give it a go, and that was it. And then I've just bought them all because they're beautiful.
Oh, the Ultra Magnus was good. It was one of my top 5.
I saw that today. Yeah.
So good.
And I wonder what they're going to do more at the MP scale, because I do like that Prime they've released.
Yeah, I'm passing on. I've been telling people I'm not. I don't think it has that matte finish or whatever like the Legends do, and I just think it goes well with a masterpiece. And I have MP44 on pre-order, and I
that's going to blow it out of the water. Yeah,
and I already have MP10, so I don't need another Prime. I mean, I wouldn't mind checking out. Somebody send it to me, and to look at it and and review it, and I send it back, but. I don't know. I just don't know if I want to go in on another Prime and then another.
Yeah. I did think that. I just thought for the price it was worth checking out.
It's a good price.
I do agree that the finish isn't great. Well, no, that's not right. It looks good in hand, but I've tried it out in the DTF to see what it looks like, and it doesn't have that pop. I must admit.
Yeah.
But I didn't, up until I opened it, MP10 was perfect. I didn't think anything would beat it. I must admit though, look wise, I stood it next to it and thought, I don't know, MP10 looks a bit odd. It's a better shape, I think.
Yeah.
But it's not as good finish by a long, but. If it was 150, 200, you'd laugh at them. But I think for under 100, or you think, I think it's
I think people are going to enjoy it. And I've seen people and they said that it's good, and everybody are waiting for the Transformers Element, whatever the new one there thing. But that looks like a lot to transform and everything explodes and everything. But it's a good time to, like I've always said, it's always a good time to be a collector when you have a lot of competition and everything. So just make everybody up their game, and everything. So that's why I think I'm hoping MP44 will be really good and worth the money.
I think it will. I think it will. There's no. It will be great, and if it's expensive, it's expensive. You look at price and you go, yes, it is a lot of money, but you just go, well, don't buy it.
Or save for it. Like I said, save $10 a week, and you'll have it by the time it comes out. So.
But again, it's got to be. They're going to have to have done something to warrant them or justify the money.
Justify the price. Oh, exactly. Yeah. A lot of people are going to be pissed if but I think it's going to have paint. The articulation is going to be out of this world and everything. So
I hope so. I hope we get it and we go, okay, it's expensive, but we got a good figure out of it.
Yeah,
if
I
not,
know it's expensive. It is expensive.
Yeah. What I do want to get, but I've got no hold to the characters at all. I don't know anything about really. Is the Flames toys too? Because I watched yours and Bobby's. Well, lots of people's reviews on it, and they just look incredible.
They are. I love them. Yeah. They're top of the food chain, whatever for Transformers. I always imagine. I know they couldn't look like that if they did transform because you have certain aspects you have to do to transform. But they're beautiful pieces. I love Tarn. I just don't like the hands, just like Bobby didn't either. But
Yeah.
I stated that I just didn't like the hands. That's why he was number 2, and I put drift as my number 1 because I love the switch out hands, and and both of them would just look perfect together.
Yeah, they look wonderful. I wonder how much people would pay if you got a alternate model mode with it,
good question.
as well decorated as the figure, with all moving.
So
I don't know what
choice. So you could either get or would they come together? I think it'd be cool if they had a choice, like if you could get the alt mode or you could get the robot mode.
Or get both. Yeah,
I think I would go for the robot mode more than the alt mode, to be honest.
Yeah,
that'd be cool. That'd be a good choice. Yeah. That's a good question.
Because then you could get both. You could get these wonderfully crafted figures that don't have to maybe sacrifice on some of the finish because it doesn't have to transform, but then you could have next to it the alt mode if you wanted in still this lovely painted moving classy looking mode, whatever it is.
Alt mode,
that might be an interesting.
That would be
a lot of money, but
yeah, that's true. Oh, that is true. So cool. All right, well, I got one more question.
Okay.
And what do you think of the fandom right now? What do you think? Do you think it's a positive thing going on? Do you think it's a negative thing going on?
I think for my side, I think
even pay attention to the negative stuff.
I don't get much negative stuff, but I think it's great. I mean, you've only got to look at the groups we're part of, the podcast that we listen to, the places we go to meet each other, and the quality of person, if that's a good enough way to put it, but how nice everyone is.
Yeah.
To go, well, it has to be a positive. I think it's, they're some of the nicest people I've ever met in such a small amount of time. When I was in Chicago, everyone was so friendly. I don't know how you can't take anything positive to that. Yeah. I think, like everything, you read message boards and you read comments on videos and all that, with people that just bitch and moan about, but that comes all on the internet. I had one on a post I put up on my piddly little Instagram where someone was saying the figure was trash, wouldn't spend money on that piece of shit. Sorry,
I don't know why people. I mean, it's okay. They have the right to say it, and that's fine. I'm not saying that, but why complain about something on somebody's picture or whatever or anything like that? It's just it's just trolls. They're just wanting attention.
Well, they are. Yeah, they are.
I don't understand why you would want to put down something, and everything else. If you don't like it, that's fine. I understand that, but keep it to yourself. Just move on. Just scroll on, and whatever. But
I've never understood the mentality of someone that could watch one of your videos, for example, and then write or anyone's video, but I'll just use you because we're talking. I don't know how anyone could sit and write and go and write some of the crap that you read that people write. That mentality, I can't understand that. I've never understood it. Because if someone is doing something and putting a content up of whatever subject it is, if you don't like it or you're not in, don't just go away.
Yeah, you cannot like it, but you could also be, constructive criticism, I guess.
That's fine.
Conversation, which is fine. But if you're just gonna sit there and just, bash
slag people off,
crap on and everything, it's like, what's the point in doing that? You're wasting your time, you're wasting my time because it's, so. And that's why, mainly that's why Bobby quit, responding to a lot of people because he got to the point where it's just getting stupid.
You do read some. I mean, because I do like.
I read, Yeah,
I do like his. I don't know when he did it recently. Was a video where he reads out his mean comments.
Yeah, Mm-hmm.
Now, and they are funny when they're read out like that because they. But why? I don't know. I don't understand why people do it. It's because they're behind a keyboard and they can write what they want with no comeuppance. There's no consequence to their action, so they can do it.
Right.
But I don't understand it. But I think for the fandom that I'm associated with on a regular basis, I think is brilliant. And if anything, it's made my collecting habit about a million times better.
Yeah.
Because they have a lot of people to talk to about it.
Yep.
You know, my friends, a lot of them like it because they know it from being a kid. I don't think they get it because of how much money I can spend on something.
Yeah.
But they do think it's cool to a certain degree. But I won't go around to a friend's house and sit there talking about the latest Fans Toys product that's going to come out. They're going to look at me like I've gone mad. Yeah. So that's why you get these groups, and this sort of thing is great because you can talk about it.
Yeah.
So for that, I think it's a positive.
Cool. Awesome. Well, thank you. That was a one-hour interview. I had a great time. I'm sorry there wasn't a lot of viewers and watchers. I think it's during the middle of the week, or the middle of the day.
Well, it's early in the day, isn't it? So
so hopefully people will watch it and they'll get to know you better, a little better, and everything. And I'm glad that you came on and took time. It was wonderful meeting you. My wife got to meet you and everything, and I had a great time just meeting you and talking to you and everything. And I'm very grateful and humble that you got to. You came onto my little show and everything, and I really.
No, I'm glad. I'm glad you asked me. It was good, and I'd be happy to do it. I'd talk to you any day you want.
Yeah, anytime we can get you. Anytime. So, just want to pimp yourself out. Where you found all that stuff. You can do that now if you want to and everything.
I've got Sam's Formers on Instagram, and I'm Sam Thompson in the Facebook groups. That's me across the pond.
Yeah, over there in the UK. Cool. But like I said, thank you very much for coming on. I really appreciate it, man.
No, it's good fun. No, thank you. It's cool. It's great.
And to the couple of people that came in, thank you all for coming in, and the people that are going to watch this, later on, just reach out to Sam. He's a good dude, and chit chat and all that good stuff and everything. And go down there and hit that like button. It helps the channel, and go sub and all that good stuff. And I guess I'm going to have another one today. I'm doing hopefully Mr. Skullface's oldest daughter, Jaina. So hopefully she'll be on about an hour, I think.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. So I'm going to do another around 3 minutes with her. So I guess I will see you all on the next review. And as always, hail Hasbro. And good night, folks.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Right. Let me stop that.